Welcome to the Archive Files, where the past meets the unknown and every secret has a story. Let's open today's file. November 16th, 1961. Deep in the open waters of the Bahama Channel, the crew of a British cargo ship looks out into the endless blue, spotting a tiny white speck bobbing on the waves. As they draw closer, their hearts sink. It's a fragile, small piece of cork, and lying on it, twisted in agony, is an 11-year-old girl. She is wearing nothing but a thin blouse and shorts. Her skin is blistered by the blistering sun, her lips cracked from severe dehydration. She is barely conscious, drifting between life and death. Her name is Terry Jo Duperow, and she has just spent 4 days floating in a shark-infested ocean. But the physical torture she endured is nothing compared to the psychological horror she witnessed. She was the lone survivor of a floating slaughterhouse. Just days earlier, this was a story of a dream come true. Dr. Arthur Duperow, a wealthy and respected optometrist from Wisconsin, wanted to escape the cold winter. He rented a beautiful 60-foot luxury ketch named the Bluebell. He brought along his wife, Jean, and their 3 children, 14-year-old Brian, 11-year-old Terry Jo, and 7-year-old Renee. To guide them through the treacherous waters of the Bahamas, Dr. Duperow hired a highly experienced captain, Julian Harvey, a handsome ex-Air Force pilot. Harvey brought his new, beautiful wife, Marianne, along for the ride. For 4 glorious days, the yacht sailed through paradise. White sands, crystal clear waters, and family laughter. No one on board could have guessed that Captain Harvey was hiding a dark, rotting secret beneath his charming smile. On the night of November 12th, the Bluebell was heading back to Florida. Terry Jo went to sleep early in her small cabin at the back of the boat, but around midnight, she was jolted awake, not by a storm, but by a sound that froze the blood in her veins. It was the sound of heavy stamping, followed by a piercing shriek from her mother and brother. Shouting, heavy thuds, then terrifying silence. Trembling, Terry Jo climbed up the stairs. When she stepped onto the deck, her eyes met a nightmare. Her mother and brother lay motionless in a pool of blood. Before she could process the horror, Captain Harvey emerged from the shadows. His eyes were wild, empty, and bloodshot. He shoved a rifle into her face and screamed, "Get back downstairs!" Terry Jo ran back to her cabin, burying her face in her pillow, listening to the horrifying sounds of her family being thrown into the dark ocean. Minutes later, Terry Jo felt the floor beneath her feet tilting. The cabin was filling with freezing seawater. Captain Harvey had opened the sea valves. He was sinking the ship to drown the evidence. Terry Jo ran back up to the deck, the ocean roaring around her. She saw the captain preparing the yacht's dinghy. "Is the boat sinking?" she cried out. Harvey looked at her, his face completely cold. Instead of saving her, he tossed a rope into her hands, telling her to hold the dinghy. But her hands were shaking, and she dropped it. Harvey dove into the water, swam to the dinghy, and rowed away into the night, leaving an 11-year-old girl to sink into the abyss with a dying ship. But Terry Jo refused to die. As the Bluebell sank into the dark depths, she spotted a small, fragile 2x5-foot cork survival float. She untied it, threw herself onto it, and pushed out into the terrifying, open ocean. The next day, Captain Harvey was rescued in his dinghy. He put on a brilliant performance, weeping as he told the Coast Guard a tragic lie. A sudden storm had snapped the mast, caused a fire, and killed everyone. He was praised as a tragic hero. But 3 days later, the news broke like a thunderbolt. Terry Jo had been found alive. When Harvey heard the news in his hotel room, he knew his mask had completely shattered. He knew the little girl would tell the world what he did. Harvey locked himself in a bathroom, took a razor blade, and ended his own life before justice could catch him. The investigation later revealed the sickening truth. Harvey was deeply in debt. He had taken out a massive life insurance policy on his new wife and planned to murder her at sea. But Dr. Duperow had caught him in the act. forcing the captain to butcher an entire family to cover his tracks. He thought the ocean would keep his secret forever, but he underestimated the survival will of an 11-year-old girl. The file is closed, but the mystery continues. Subscribe to the archive files for more untold stories. Until next time.